Hi, it's Nick here, your real estate bishop, bringing you good news on how to build wealth as a salary earner through real estate and investment. If you are a salary earner, a career professional, come closer. In every salary, there is a fruit and a seed, and we know that the fruit is the bigger side of that we eat, and then the seed is the smaller part of that fruit. So people don't eat it. Have you ever eaten a seed before? If you have eaten a seed, you would understand that that seed is bitter. You see, seeds are not meant to be eaten, seeds are meant to be planted. But the major challenge facing salary earners, they can't even differentiate between a seed and a fruit. So they end up eating everything. And then when they retire broke. Most salary earners retire broke. And I don't want you to retire broke. I've also seen salary earners that retired rich. Why? Because they were able to put the principles I will be sharing. That is why you need to follow me. So what is the difference between a fruit and a seed? The fruit is the bigger part of your income, and then the seed is the small part of your income. Let's bring it down to money. As a Nigerian, whether you are earning 100k, 200, 300 or 500k as the case might be, what you just need to do is that you use a simple budgeting formula we use in budgeting our money, and that is the 70-30 formula. 70% of your income is for you to eat. That is the fruit. Then 30% of that income is for you to keep and give. That is the seed. Remember, the seed is for sowing, is for investing. So 70% of your income is for you to eat, for your expenses, your living expenses. You focus on the what? Essential. Since you are ready to build wealth, which talk about food, transportation, and shelter. These are your major essentials. You must master delayed gratification as you are building wealth. So now the remaining 30%, like I said, is your seed. So what you do with your seed, you give out and invest your seed. How do you give out and invest your seed? So from that 30%, you break it into three, which is 10, 10, and 10. 10% is for your tithe. If you are a Christian, you give 10% to God as a tithe to appreciate God. But if you're not a Christian, you don't believe in tithing, then you can use that 10% as charity. You can give it out to the orphanage, you can give it out to beggar, you can give it out to your friend, anybody that needs your assistance. You can use that money and give to them. You are giving out 10%. That also shows that you are not stingy. Okay, you are not stingy. You can give. So 10% solves that problem. You have another 20% remaining. Then 10% from that 20% is what you do what? You save. You put it into an emergency account. You don't touch it. You have no business touching that money. The only time you can touch your emergency fund is maybe when you have, maybe there is a health challenge, something about life and death. You can touch that emergency fund to solve that situation. Sometimes it might not even be life and death case. It might just be that there's an opportunity that came out. Maybe somebody want to sell their land. All right, maybe they want to do a distress sale, something of 1 million naira, they want to sell it for 300,000 naira, and you have that money in your emergency fund. All you just need to do is to go to the emergency fund and pull it out and buy that asset. So it must not be about life and death. It could also be for investment. That is your emergency fund. Then the remaining 10% is what you put into your investment account. That one is intentional. You put the remaining 10% into your investment account. If your 10% is not big enough to buy you land, okay, or to pay in an installment in land, then you can actually use your 10% and invest in the stock market. All you need to do is to get a broker, and then every month you put 10% into your investment account. For me, I don't leave money in the bank. The only money I leave in my bank account is my spending money. I don't leave money in the bank because it's not wise. The rich people don't keep money in the bank. Only the poor and average people keep money in the bank. They do what? They invest. They go to the bank and take money and invest the money, and then return back and give to the bank. So they use bank to make money. So I don't also advise you to keep money in the bank, your investment money in the bank, because you want to save it so that you can now invest. No, you can leave your money in your investment account, your investment wallet, or you can even decide to buy stock instantly with whatever 10% you have. All right, whether it's 5,000 naira as your 10%, 20,000 naira as your 10%, 50,000 or 100,000, you can use that money to buy stock immediately. Fund a brokerage account and buy stock. My first stock, like I said, was 5,000 naira, but today I have over 7 figures in my investment portfolio. So I advise you to do same. All right, One thing you must understand when it comes to saving and investment is one is the discipline. When you start investing, you are not investing because you want to see rapid growth. You want to start investing so that you can develop the investment mentality. First of all, you need to develop discipline for investment and savings before you can actually see your investment work. If you don't develop that discipline using small money, you will be discouraged and you will stop along the way. So you have to develop that discipline, and that's why you need to start from where you are right now. If 5,000 is all you can afford, whatever you can afford, you can start investing either in the Nigerian stock market, or you can start putting that money aside for your properties. I hope you got value in this video. If you do, please like this video and share this video with your loved ones. If for any reason you have a question on how to divide what is the actual value for your 70, 10, 10, and 10 percentage based on the amount of money you earn, and you want to know what is the exact figure for 70%, the exact figure for 30%, the exact figure for investment, and all of that, you want to find out, you want me to maybe talk with you on a personal note, then you can call the phone number showing on the screen and we will talk. So whether you are in Nigeria or in the diaspora, you want to start investing in River State, you want to start investing in the Port Harcourt real estate, call the phone number shown on your screen or send us a WhatsApp and let us have a good conversation. Remember, after the city of Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt is the next biggest place in Nigeria when it comes to real estate. So don't miss that opportunity to own a property here in the city of Port Harcourt. I will see you again in my next video. It's Unique Your real estate bishop. Bye for now.